Hey, Gary. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your question here. You asked what's the preferred backlink acquisition technique and strategy. So while there are many, again, while you said preferred, but while there are many, I feel that it also depends on the competitiveness. What works for a plumber, electrician, HVAC company, dog walking, training, whatever it may be. What works for some of those particular methods may not work for a lawyer in Vegas, right? It may not work for a payday loan industry or those particular extremely competitive. There are going to be additional things that you need to do. In some of the industries, many are using black hat tactics. That's where if you don't want to use them, which I don't believe in them and I don't use them myself, but if you want to, for example, I personally don't like using PBN posts. That's just not something that we do. Unless you want to use it for tier two, whatever. I don't ever believe in using PBN posts for tier one purposes simply because it's short lived. I've owned a lot of PBNs, 2008, 9, 10, whatever. I've owned a lot of them. They worked then. They get penalized easy. They get banned. Your site gets banned. I have not used them, since 2010. It's just not something that I do. So with that being said, I personally like, there was a gentleman on here a while back. His name's Marco with Semantic Mastery. I like building out methods, Google Ultimate Stacks. I like Peter Drew's method a lot that he has. And what a Google Ultimate Stack is just basically it's an advanced drive stack along with a G site. So setting that up in the proper way, it can be extremely beneficial, but most people lack the proper way to set that up. They're using spun content. They're using content that it doesn't look original, or they're not using a video. They're doing a lot of different things that they shouldn't be doing. So my preferred method is to start off, and I utilize something like Semantic Mastery. It's not the same as what they're doing, although I do like theirs a lot. So I'm definitely not saying it's wrong. It's just that we are wholesale, white label company. So spending as much time as they do on a drive stack would not be beneficial to our clients because we couldn't do other things that we are seeing. So I personally like to start off with one that I feel is definitely good enough for a client. I move into the Twitter citation strategy. Yet again, it's a strategy that came out. Many used it. I think that Peter Drew really perfected this particular method. We're definitely using it for our clients. Premium brand authority links, just exactly how it sounds. We only use brand links. These are more of a Pello brand link than anything, just for authority purposes, just because we want to increase that particular part up. Again, this is our month one tasks. Social power-ups, more brand links again, but social integration throughout them. If you really want to get fancy, you can set up an IFTTT, so that way when you're doing your Twitter citations, it powers through all of your different social accounts. Citations itself, we personally will interchange. Right now, I've done several case studies. I found that utilizing the CID number in your citations have been more beneficial. If this ever changes, we'll definitely go back. But right now, I feel that the CID is working better than the website itself. Again, this is something that we're keeping a close eye on, and we're definitely looking on a monthly basis. We like to write content in a specific manner for the GMB business site, the one that Google creates for you, of course. Q&A, obviously answering questions and answers inside of your GMB, extremely beneficial. It's just something that we're doing on a monthly basis, and we found to be beneficial. Now, this can go wrong quick. Be careful how much you're pushing in here. You don't want to just push in, bad text or irrelevant grammar or something that you're trying to stuff keywords in there. Make these look natural. Gather a list of real questions that clients tend to ask you, and move forward with this. Google review responses, I feel that this is part of the activity and being an active and responsive company. I feel that there's definitely advantages to showing Google that you're active and you're a responsible business owner. There's also, again, methods where you use the bold content strategy, where you're going down and looking at the reviews. We try to respond with some of those bold terms that Google places. So we try to use some of those key terms for relevancy when we are responding to Google reviews. Social brand accounts. Again, same exact thing, kind of as you've seen before. Creation, setup, just again, I talked about these backwards. This is actually the power up links here above. These are our brand accounts. So we like to power up our brand accounts. We also like to power up the the brand authority links that we have as well, with just some tier 2 linking structure. G-site article creation with NAP citation and relevant links. We're going to create another G-site. And what we're doing with this particular G-site is we are creating an article with our NAP information and relevant links. So we may put certain links inside of our article here that are beneficial to get indexed, right? Because G-sites are great for doing that. Advanced indexing methods, we do something similar to this, but we go above and beyond while we're using many different techniques. One of the struggles I see for people is getting stuff indexed, right? It's not that they're not doing the work. Most people are. It's that they're using stuff like indexification, which is horrible. They're using methods where their links aren't really getting they're not getting noticed. And if they are noticed, sometimes, for example, they're using the same article over and over and over. So Google might, for example, they might index one of your citations because you've used the exact same article, or just maybe a paragraph that you're using in your citations, or maybe your social links. So it's very difficult to get them indexed sometimes. So therefore, they're not really counted, right? You don't have all these citations that are indexed, or you don't have your account mentions indexed properly. So what we do is we really work hard every single month on getting these ones particular indexed. What we do is we actually have an indexing tool internally, where once we put in the citations, and into our tool, we can put all of them, and it'll tell us which ones did not get indexed. So after, month 2, whatever it is, where we're creating more and more citations, because we create them every month, we like to go back and ensure that they're getting indexed. And also, we like to ensure that they didn't drop out. Sometimes, for no reason, especially after updates, all of a sudden citations will drop out. So we'll go back and we'll force an index again. So it's very, very important. I can't stress how important all of these particular strategies are on indexing, because if they're not indexing, they're not going to work the way that it should, and you're just wasting your time on all of these particular methods. Actually, anything you do locally, especially GMB posts, like I made a video above yours that I responded to Stephen King's. If you're not doing that, then you can pretty much, count that these particular ethical methods, they're not going to work for you. And that's why a lot of people go to, gray, black hat methods, is simply because they're easier sometimes to get to stick, and they're creating less links. They're pushing a high-end PBN link towards it. Then they might just be doing setup, of their GMB optimization properly. So month 2 is actually where we get into some of the on-page. So that's a very important factor as well. Although I have recent case studies where we've done no on-page at all, and we're able to push terms, for example, San Diego Painting Company, from rank 8, which I was told by the owner it was sitting there for approximately a year. We pushed it from rank 8 to rank 3 with no on-page at all, with no optimization of the GMB, nothing. We just did it with a few of these strategies above. And again, it's how you do them. It's not just going to Fiverr and having someone do them. You need to put them together properly, and they have to feed off of each other in a particular manner. So hopefully that answers your question here without giving away exact methods and strategies. But this is what I recommend, and this is still being put together. We may put some more things into this, but this is our new month one strategy here that will start either tomorrow or Wednesday. We're putting together the rest of our months. So anyways, I just thought I would let you know that. And if you have any questions about it, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.